Hello everyone, welcome in to Believe Again Live. We are here to celebrate the release of Believe in Unicorns. And if you have been on my channel at all in the last couple of weeks, you know that it's the book that I just wrote. Well, I wrote it a few years ago and I just finally released it. So I am very excited and we are here to celebrate. It is part of the whole experience. One of the teachings, one of the lessons that I have in here is about learning, celebrating the big milestones, celebrating the wins. And so here we are. Part of it is celebrating with you guys, some of my very, very loyal friends and family who have been with me throughout the entire journey, and some hopefully new people that will be tuning in. We're gonna start in a minute or so. I just want to give it a little bit for some people to join in. But what we're going to talk about tonight is I'll give you the background on why did I write the book? Why did I call it Believing in Unicorns? What does that have to do with anything? And then I will actually read from the book a little piece for you guys, and then we'll close with some questions. If you guys have any questions for me that I can answer, or I have a couple questions, a topic that we can kind of talk maybe back and forth, a little bit of a dialogue there in the comments, or I'll just give you my thoughts on the matter if it's if that's what if we don't have any comments. So that's kind of the agenda for this evening. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just jump in. Why did I write the book? Why did I write a book? Why did I write a book? It was something I've always wanted to do. Call it a bucket list item. Something that's, you know, when you're little and you say, I want to be a dancer, I want to be a model, I want to be an author. I thought that I wrote good stories in second grade, and so I wanted to be a writer since I was in second grade. Didn't really think it was gonna happen, just one of those on the shelf bucket items that was like, yeah, that'll probably never get checked, but it's there. But the real reason behind this particular book and why I wrote it when I wrote it is because I had just transitioned from being a personal trainer to being a happiness coach. And I just, ultimately, the short answer, I wanted to reach more people. I was doing one-on-one coaching, just like I had done with the personal training. And I thought, this is just really not enough. Like, this isn't gonna reach enough. So I put out more and more content, and the content didn't feel like it was enough. It didn't go deep enough. So maybe it reached more people, but they were just like surface level little touches. And so I wanted a way to be able to share more deeper content with everybody all at once. So I was like, I'll write a book. Again, always wanted to, so let me just sit down and do this. And if you'll remember, back in 2020, it was, COVID time. So perfect, sit down, write a book, you're stuck inside anyway. Some of it I wrote at the park, just whatever. But anyway, so I wrote a book, and it was this book because I thought I'll just pack my entire program from beginning to end, like starting with figuring out what it is you want, and where do you want to go, and what's in your way, and then we'll make a plan, and then it's gonna break, and so these are our tools, and these are just some things to do to fix it, and you're gonna burn out, and you're gonna need to stay motivated. And so it's like everything that I would ever coach to everybody all at once, all in one space here. It's obviously not customized because it's for everybody, but all of the big ideas are in here. So that is why I wrote the book. Why did I call it Believe in Unicorns? Well, Believe in the Unicorns was not the first title. I had Get Happy, which I think if you guys were on a year ago, you may or may not have voted for or against Get Happy as the title. And I was like, that's fine, and I was okay with it. And, recently I was on like my second to third last edit, like, of the book, like reviewing the whole thing front to back, and I was thinking that to get happy just sounded so like action-oriented, sure, but just like commandy. Like it wasn't very romantic. It wasn't very exciting. It was just kind of like, yeah, just Gabby. Like, go Gabby. Like, so, okay, well, if I'm just Gabby, then why do I need you? Anyway, so again, I'm reading through like one of the last passes, and I get to the end, and at the end of chapter 8 is a section that was already titled Believe in Unicorns. And I'm reading it, and it kind of is like this perfect metaphor summation for everything that I'm trying to portray with the book, everything I'm trying to like embody and get people to take away from the book. And I thought, well, why don't I just call it Believe in Unicorns? It's authentically already there. Just do it. So that's where that came from. Believe in Unicorns is already in the book, and so I just took it from the back and put it on to the front, and now it's all like a whole cycle thing. So that's where the name came from. And with that said, I'm gonna actually read that section to you guys right now, just so you have a little taste of the book. This is a book reading after all. So here we go. Believe in Unicorns. Believe all else that you deserve happiness. Believe that you can do anything you set your mind to. Believe that there is still magic, wonder, and a possibility that unicorns exist in the world. Don't fear the unknown. You don't need to explain everything. When good things happen, allow them. Accept the gifts along the way with grace and humility, and don't feel guilty or unworthy. I still believe in Santa Claus because he brings me presents every year. And if I stop believing, pretty sure the presents stop coming. And I love my Santa presents, and I do still believe in Santa Claus because I still get Santa presents, so why would I stop? So what does it hurt to believe in what you can't see? Having faith is powerful, and if you can't find faith in religion or spirituality, find faith in yourself. Trust that if something feels meant for you, you can move toward it. You are worthy. You are strong. You are powerful. This is often called manifesting. It means actively creating the life you want to live. Don't sit around waiting for the life you deserve to fall into your lap. Believe you can create the path and find the tools you need to reach your happiness. Your happiness is not dependent on other people. It is shaped by how much time and energy you invest in yourself. Love yourself first so you can show up fully for others. Be your own best friend and your one true soulmate. You are meant to be happy. You are meant to love yourself. You are meant to give and receive love freely. You are meant to experience joy, love, wonder, and all the beautiful unicorn moments life has to offer. So yes, believe in unicorns. So that's why the book is called Believe in Unicorns. And I would like to end with this quick question for everybody. It's the setup. I think that, or I feel like, a lot of us walk around feeling this sense of perpetual guilt. And I don't think that we spend enough time talking about it. And it affects a lot of our lives. Like, where is this guilt coming from? Like, what did we do so wrong? Is it rooted from something that our mommies and daddies did to us? Like, did everybody's mommies and daddies put them in a state of guilt? Because I feel like there's a massive population of people that feel guilty for the smallest of things that have nothing to be feeling guilty for. And so, with most problems, I will just say that sometimes when we feel guilty and we feel like there's no explanation for it, but we just have this sick sense of guilt, we just need to write down. We just need to acknowledge it somehow. Write it down, make a note in your phone, just make a mental note. Try to think through it. Like, what does it feel like? Where can you identify where it is coming from? Did something just happen to cause it? Did you wake up feeling like this? Maybe there was some weird dream that you can't remember. Try to figure out what triggered it. If you can figure out what triggered it, then you can maybe start making notes of when those triggers are happening and break that down at a later time. Just try to analyze it to the point of taking the emotion out. Like, if you have a sense of guilt because, like, for example, today I got the invitation for a school event wrong. It was an information, not an invitation, and I disrupted the whole family, and my daughter thought we were coming, and then we didn't come, and my husband had to take off work, and I was very frustrated, and I felt so dumb that I got it wrong, and I was like feeling really guilty on the way home, and I got all upset, and I started crying, and I was like, I shouldn't be crying over this. It's not that big a deal. Like, what's wrong with me? So I had to kind of like break that down and just realize that, like, why? Like, I clearly have some stress from somewhere, but like, why did I put so much value on that? Why did I feel like I had to own this mistake so much to make myself that upset? And really just came down to like I'm not in charge of making everybody else feel happy. I could just kind of try to let go of that control of everybody's happiness. Like, I know it's my job kind of to put happiness out there, but I don't have to actively try to force people to be constantly happy. And so I kind of just need to like let that ownership role go. And so that's what I realized today. But like, when you have these instances of guilt, can you identify what that was coming from? Like, what was it that you feel guilty for, and why do you think that you feel so guilty, and why do you feel like you need to own whatever is causing, whatever was wrong that caused the guilt? And is sure, if there were mistakes that were made, like, you can fix them and don't do them again. But if it wasn't really that big a deal, like, why are you feeling like it's a big deal? And once you're done like exhausting all the reasons why, usually the emotion is gone and you can just move forward. And I think it's important to write these down, like journaling them or whatever you want to call it, because if it happens enough, you can step back and hopefully have hindsight and maybe see a pattern or a reason behind, like a why behind this guilt or whatever the feeling might be. In this case, we're talking about guilt, but like, it could be over anything, like anger or whatever emotion. So I think those are kind of the keys to breaking that down, like noticing it, writing it down, looking with hindsight, breaking it apart till it's just like, I can't look at this anymore. I don't care anymore. I clearly am not guilty anymore. I don't want to look at it. So, just trying to take the power out of it, and then looking for those patterns so that you can try to, again, then maybe get to the root of where that actually is, those real emotions are coming from, and hopefully peel that back and heal that at some point. So that is a little mini lesson conversation for today. That is the background behind why Believe in Unicorns came to be. And I thank you so much, all of you, for following me and for joining me on this journey. And I look forward to you checking out the channel on a regular basis. We have new content starting Sunday. It will be Sunday, Mondays, and Thursdays. So you can count on that. Anything beyond that, or bonus content, yay. But yeah, so I hope you guys stay tuned. Keep checking in, and I hope to see you guys all on Sunday. Not live, but I just hope you guys check out the latest, greatest this Sunday. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Good night.